Hey, what's up? It's Josh from the Dialed In Hunter. I've got another review for you today. I'm going to be talking about Altitude Advantage from Wilderness Athlete. Altitude Advantage was made for the purpose of helping speed up the acclimation process at higher altitudes. And the reason why that's so important is because of altitude sickness. Altitude sickness kind of affects people in different degrees. Some people aren't affected at all. I'm not one of those people. I remember being a kid and my dad and I would hunt and camp at 9,500 feet, and always, man, for the first few days of that, I would feel super bogged down, gnarly headache, and just like, I just wasn't happy. It wasn't a fun time. After those couple days, I was totally fine. My body was acclimated to that altitude then. To contrast that, I was in Utah a couple years back and ran into a couple fellas hunting mule deer. We were at 10,000 feet. These guys drove all the way out from Pennsylvania, definitely flatlanders, and they told me that they had to take their buddy off the mountain. He was super, super sick from the altitude and throwing up and just in really bad shape. His hunt got cut short because of altitude sickness. So I hear stuff like that. You know, obviously I recommended Altitude Advantage to him. I hope they took my advice, and I hope that guy got back out and was able to hunt mule deer with a smile on his face instead of with a paper bag in a hotel room. So basically how this stuff works is you're gonna start taking it 5 to 6 days before you go up to altitude. All right. And then once you get there, once you get to your destination, you're going to take it twice a day. Okay, I usually do once in the morning, once in the evening. And in the evening, I like to pair it with Hydrate and Recover, which Wilderness Athlete also makes. Hydrate and Recover is a BCAA. It's got 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in it, so it helps with muscle recovery as well as helps strengthen your immune system out there. Something I'm always paranoid about on these like big adventure hunts is getting sick, whether it's altitude sickness or getting a cold or a flu or something, and my hunt getting cut short. So using that Hydrate and Recover in conjunction with this Altitude Advantage actually has 200% of your daily value of vitamin C. Okay, so that paired with the Hydrate and Recover is really helping out your immune system and helping fight off free radicals. Another thing that the Altitude Advantage is going to do is, because you're at higher elevations, basically oxygen is thinner. Okay, so this is going to help increase your blood flow, which is going to aid in increasing oxygen levels. All right, and then on top of that, it's also going to help with inflammation. Okay, so we go on these grueling backcountry hunts and just beat ourselves into the ground, right? And so anywhere you can gain fighting inflammation is much appreciated. So again, back to the Hydrate and Recover Altitude Advantage combo. The Hydrate and Recover is a BCAA, so it's going to help with muscle recovery. So putting these two things together, you're really like jumping on like the immune system train and recovery train 100%. So it's just a good combo to have. Plus, something that altitude sickness kind of has a tendency to do is keep you from wanting to drink. You just don't really want to drink when you're altitude sick. So using the Hydrate and Recover stuff, it tastes really good. It's kind of incentive to swig down some fluids. And if you're trying to fight off altitude sickness, you need to stay hydrated. That is going to help out immensely with speeding up fighting altitude sickness. If you're dehydrated, it's going to take even longer. So I have used this stuff for probably 5 or 6 years now on every single high elevation hunt I have, and I have been pleasantly impressed with the results of it. I head into these hunts now without a worry in my mind about altitude sickness at all. And the people that I've turned it on to, an example would be my buddy Eric, lives here in Arizona with me. He goes and hunts elk in Colorado on a yearly basis when he doesn't draw an elk tag here in Arizona. And he's prone to altitude sickness. So I turn him on to this stuff, no issues. He brings a cameraman with him, that gets altitude sickness. Turn him on to this stuff, no issues. Okay, so there's a lot of snake oil out there. This is not one of them. This is the real deal. It works, and it's going to be in my kit every single year for high altitude hunts. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like the video, please hit thumbs up. You like the channel, really appreciate it if you hit subscribe. I'll leave links for Altitude Advantage and Hydrate and Recover down below to check them out. The holidays are here, so if you know anybody that's going on a high altitude adventure next year, this could be a great gift for them. So until the next video, happy holidays. Hope y'all are having a great time this time of year. You guys are putting meat in the freezer, and until next time, stay safe out there.